Alex, can you also tell me if you hear some music audio?
What's up, world? In partnership with InPath, taking it global and the Chamindy Foundation, Nuijinan is proud to present to you the Windcarriers Challenge. This 20-week social media campaign is calling on all Indigenous youth and people in our network to create artwork at home and submit them for a chance to win prizes, including our grand prize, a brand new MacBook Pro. Tune in every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on all our social media platforms for a chance to learn techniques from professional artists every week. We will also be featuring some of our students who will be sharing their skills and talking about their experiences working within our programs. So get your beats ready and get those canvases primed. Make sure your camera's in focus as we move through this difficult time. The Windcarriers Challenge, here to bring you good peace of mind.
There we go. Hey! So I'd like to say hello to everybody that's out there that's tuning in right now on all our social media platforms. Really excited to be here today for the Windcarriers Challenge. My name is David Hodges. As you can see there on my little tag, it's got a little name tag right there. Super excited. I'm here on behalf of Nuijinan. Really excited to be here today. This is essentially a 20-week social media campaign that we're going to be running. Today is the first day. We're really excited for the show. Today's show is going to be more informative, and then we're also going to be bringing on some young talent that we've met through our journeys here as an organization. But yeah, so we're going to kind of get started with more just explaining a little bit about who we are as an organization, what we're trying to also accomplish with the Windcarriers Challenge. So my name is David Hodges, and I'm the co-executive director of Nuijinan and InPath. Super excited to be representing our organization today, representing all of the incredible youth that work within our organization, all the incredible people that have been putting so much time and effort into building up this movement. So if you are tuning in at home, we'd like to welcome you to the Windcarriers Challenge. And so what Nuijinan is essentially, Nuijinan is a James Bay Cree word that means we live here. It's James Bay Cree, Northern Quebec. The word, it means we live here. And essentially, Nuijinan is a non-for-profit organization. founded in 2015, and its main objective is essentially weaving networks of support for Indigenous youth. How do we weave those networks of support? Well, we offer several customizable artistic programs that seek to collaborate with Indigenous communities to fulfill the immediate need for a spark or a change of narrative through the arts. And then we also really look at how can we build sustainable programs to build out strategies to support local development, self-determination, and autonomy. And so we do that. We essentially do that kind of work in 4 types of programs that we offer. So we have the mobile production studio program, which is essentially those slick music videos that you've been most people have seen through our networks, showcasing like the tremendous young talent that exists within so many of our First Nations, and we're really excited about that. Another one of our programs is the Integrative Arts program, which is essentially creative artistic residencies within all artistic disciplines that brings a professional artist to collaborate in community with local artists, with youth within the school system, and we're really excited about that. And then our third program is the Arts Concentration program, known as MUCJAM, which is owned and was commissioned and owned by the Cree School Board, James Bay. Essentially, that program is a concentration program that exists within the school schedule. So students actually register for this program. It's part of their school schedule. They actually get credits, and they can use those credits to graduate as well. That's another program that we run under our organization. And then the fourth one, which brings us here today, is the Nuijinan Festival and Youth Conference, which is a celebratory 1-week celebratory event at the end of every year, where we bring all of the youth that have participated in our programs, bring all of the artists, all of the community members, all of our stakeholders, all of our teachers, and we all just get together and just have this massive celebration. We host that essentially in a different city every year. This year we are in our 5th year of hosting that festival. We were supposed to host it in Montreal, but because of COVID and social distancing, obviously we had to postpone it, or we canceled it straight up. But we are now responding with the Windcarriers Challenge for 20 weeks to literally celebrate, to bring the festival online, showcasing a lot of the young talent that would have come to the festival. We are also going to be bringing on our different artists that would have been at the festival as well. And so that's essentially what we do as an organization for Nuijinan. If you do have any other questions, you could always feel free to send a comment, and our communications officer will get to you, and I'll try to get to as many questions as I can following the show. Super excited about that. So let's get a little bit into what the heck are we doing here with the Windcarriers Challenge? Like, what is the Windcarriers Challenge? Oh, look at that little banner right there. That's a crazy. I'm just like so excited about these things. It's the first time ever doing something live, and so I'm like using all these features. So what is the Windcarriers Challenge? I ask myself, and I ask all of you, and maybe some of you at home are asking too. It's essentially a 20-week social media campaign hosted on our Nuijinan social media platforms. We're bringing a 45-minute live interactive show where the audience, that means you at home, will be instructed to create and submit artwork for a chance to win prizes every single week. The show will be hosted by me, and I'll be bringing on guests every week, mainly professional artists that have worked within our arts programs this school year, as well as students and youth who have participated in our programs as well. And so today you're going to be seeing some of the youth who have participated in some of our programs that are going to be coming on the show shortly. So we're super excited about that. But the overall goal of why are we even doing the Windcarriers Challenge? Why are we doing this outreach? And at the end of the day, we really want to be able to engage youth at home, Indigenous youth specifically, but engage anybody at home with creative activities during this time of social distancing. It's pretty important. Like, a lot of people just chilling at home, kind of looking for things to do. And there's a lot of information that's on social media these days, a lot of different live kind of shows and things of that nature. We are really specialists in art, in creating art and working with, with professional artists and working with, young Indigenous talent that have so much to share. And so we want to provide this space every week to be able to entertain you at home, but also give you something to think about and something, tutorials, give you some information that you can take and also create your own artworks at home. And so, and at the same time, we want to give out some prizes too. Why not? Let's make it a little interesting. We can do that. And so some of you at home might have already had some questions about entering into the Windcarriers Challenge. How do I actually do that? And so let me switch this up a little. Bam! We get a little banner going over here. A little banner action. So let me actually take myself out of the background and make it a little more nifty here. So how to enter the Windcarriers Challenge. This how-to guide will also be posted on all our social media. So if you do want to think more about how to do it, or you're like you missed the memo, this is how you could actually do it. So who is eligible for the Windcarriers Challenge? I took a sip of my coffee. Everyone can essentially participate in the challenges. However, only Indigenous youth between the ages of 8 and 25 can win the prizes. We're not going to discriminate against the age, but we kind of wanted to specify because we do have a large network. But we just that's essentially what it is. So everyone can essentially participate. Parents and guardians can submit on behalf of younger children who do not have their own social media accounts as well. So how do I complete the challenges? Well, you essentially tune in to our live videos every Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, to receive the new weekly challenge. So at the end of this show, I'm going to give out the first challenge. These videos will stay up every for the week, and you have up to 1 week to complete and submit your Windcarriers Challenge. So check us out on any of these platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're going to be posting these videos on our social media. So essentially, you can always check out what the challenge is. Even if you don't catch the show, maybe later on in the week on Wednesday or Thursday, you're like, oh, I wonder what the Windcarriers Challenge is this week. And so you can check it out on our social media. Then basically, when you have completed a challenge, basically you're going to post your progress or your finished work to your Facebook or Instagram and tag us. This is how you submit your challenge. So you essentially post it on Facebook with the tag. These are our different Facebook pages or our Instagram pages. So we have our Nuijinan Arts or our Nuijinan page, which you're watching this on. You're actually probably watching this on one of these pages right now. So this is what you do. You post it on Facebook, tag our page with the hashtag Windcarriers Challenge. On Instagram, same thing. Tag one of our pages, hashtag Windcarriers Challenge. And if you have a private account, send us a DM with a screenshot of your post, and that will still count as a submission. How many times can you submit? You can submit as many times as you like for each challenge. So for every additional submission, we will also add your name to the draw that's happening that week. So say if it's a photography challenge and you want to take 3 pictures and do a little series on your Instagram page, you could actually do that. And each photo that you actually submit correctly will actually enter your name into the draw, and you'll have another chance to win in that draw. So for every submission between May and September as well, this is a nice perk actually. So every submission between May and September, we're gonna be doing this 20 times. Your name will be added for the grand prize of a MacBook Pro. So that's gonna be our grand prize, is we're giving a brand new MacBook Pro away at the end of this. So say every week you've submitted twice, right? So that would basically essentially mean you have 40 chances of winning that MacBook Pro. So that's pretty awesome. How will you receive your prizes? I mean, all gift cards will be done electronically, blah, blah, blah. I mean, maybe you want to know this. So yeah, so electronically and delivered digitally once we receive your contact information. Any items will be mailed, will be sent once restrictions have been lifted and it is safe to do so. So if COVID is still persisting, so we're not going to start sending you prize packs in the mail until the coast is clear. But yeah, we just want to let you know that some of the prize packs, actually every week, the prize packs are Nuijinan merchandise pack prizes. You know what I mean? So we're super excited to be able to do that. So that's a little bit of our that's our how-to guide. So if you are interested in finding more information, how you want to kind of read through that, we are going to be posting that onto our social media accounts. So that's a little bit of that. Quite a bit of talking going on so far, but we're kind of working through this right now. So we want to give a big shout out to our sponsors for this thing. So we actually have 3 sponsors right now. We have InPath, which is essentially this is a great organization. It's an organization that works within the non-for-profit Nuijinan. So essentially, it's an incredibly passionate team of pedagogy and logistics experts that work we work as a non-for-profit organization, but we work to create connections between schools, communities, and the creative sector through responsibly designed arts-based programming. What's really exciting about InPath is essentially powering this whole thing, and they're the ones that are going to be bringing, they're the one within the Nuijinan organization. All of the artists that work within communities are supported by our organization InPath. And so InPath artists are going to be featured every week on our show, giving workshops about very specific challenges. And so this is actually our artist roster this year that pretty much covers every spectrum of different artistic disciplines. It's a real powerhouse like roster. All of these artists have incredible personal practices as well, and we're just super excited that InPath is, that we're going to be featuring InPath organization in this kind of way and bringing on these incredible artists. And so that is one of our. It's actually, this whole thing is powered by them. And so we have two partners essentially. We have Taking It Global, is one of the world's leading networks of young people learning about, engaging with, and working towards tackling global challenges. We are working with their Create to Learn program, which essentially supports First Nations, Métis, and Inuit students and youth in developing creativity and digital content production skills. So we're going to be talking a lot more about Taking It Global. They're also the ones that gave us the MacBook Pro. They do a lot of amazing digital content development, and so we're super excited to be working with their organization, and we're going to be talking a lot more about the Create to Learn initiative. And then last but not least, we have the Chamindy Foundation. The Chamindy Foundation is a private family foundation based in Montreal with a vision of improving the lives of the younger generation. What's really cool about Chamindy, the family Chamindy actually started the company Gildan. So all those t-shirts that everyone keeps rocking, Chamindy actually, they're the founders of that company, and Under Armour, and they actually sponsored the festival with some money, and so they put some money towards this social media campaign in order that we can put it towards prizes and powering this whole thing. So we want to give a big shout out to our three main sponsors, and yeah, so only a little more talking, then we're going to be bringing on our guests. But maybe some people at home might be asking, why Windcarriers? What the heck is a Windcarrier? Why do they choose this? And like, what is really like the overall idea behind this? And so for those that don't know, another aspect of this campaign is that we are launching the Nuijinan Windcarriers Volume 8 album. So for those that are not familiar, our mobile production studio program goes and works in different First Nations communities, creates song and music videos. And at the end of every year, we compile all of those songs and put it on an album. We've done 7 thus far, and now we are ready to launch our 8th album, and we titled it Windcarriers. And we're super excited about that. We have 17 new songs that we're going to be commercializing and showcasing. And we actually have some of the youth today that are going to be coming on the show from Alexis Nakota Sioux Nation that have a song, the first song on the album called Fight for Hope. We're super excited about that. We also want to give a big shout out to the designer of the actual artwork. This is some beautiful artwork, and some of you might be interested in actually checking out the artist. So I actually found her online in connection through some of our work out in Saugeen First Nation. And she's a contemporary Ojibwe woodland artist, Indigenous. Her name's Emily Kiwe-Gishig. Yes, Emily Kiwe-Gishig. We're going to definitely drop her profile and be promoting a lot of her amazing work as well. So wanted to give her a shout out. And shout out to the team as well, the Mobile Production Studio program, who went out this year and went into all these different communities and built out like all of these songs and worked with the youth. So Milan Andre Sav, we have Milan Andre, then we have Andre Savu, Travis Hebert, aka Earthchild. We have Craig Edes, aka the Northwest Kid, Patrick Shannon, and Nicholas Gouin. So that's a little bit, to give you an overview. Be showing this actually, sorry, trying to get my face back on. Oh my goodness, I'm still a human. Shout out to everyone that's showing us some love right now on all the social medias. We got a lot of comments coming in here. We have Francine Cunningham, Natasha, Darlene. What's up everyone? Really exciting to have all of these people showing some love online. So we're gonna have a little change right now in terms of what we're focused on. What we're gonna focus on here. I'm gonna talk about the song of the week. What's the song of the week here? Oh, I know what it is. Here, look, there we go. I got to get my banner going before I even know what I'm doing. So Song of the week, super excited. We're going to play the music video here to showcase every week. We want to be able to showcase some of the amazing talent that we meet through the mobile production studio. We have three brilliant young women that are going to be coming on following this video to talk a little bit about their experience. But the song we're going to be showing here is called Fight for Hope by Alexis. We created this project with the youth of Alexis Nakota Sioux Nation. And this song essentially packs a hard-hitting message of overcoming the struggle of addiction, the path towards healing, and a return to ceremony and culture and prayer. So without further ado, we're going to play the Fight for Hope, and then we'll be back on the show with some of the youth. All right? Let's add this to the stream.
Fighting for my life, let me catch my breath. Been looking for some light to get these voices out my head. We may have lost our way, it's easy to forget. When you're lost and afraid, we've gone astray, but we ain't done yet.
Been on a high, trying to maintain. You're living to survive, screwing up your name. Trying to reach the line while ignoring the pain. Blaming the power for your own mistakes. There's demons out, they'll scout you out and tear you up. Beat you down till you're cold and on the ground. The saddest story filled with worry, no way out. So let your voice stand out.
We'll fight for hope. We know it's hard to change. There's many ways to cope. In time the scars will fade, but the youth remain afloat. Life is not a game. We want to see our home. Guided by the hope we pray.
Breaking the cycle of these bad situations. I have a fragile mind, but deep inside I'm changing. It's hard to fill this void and I feel I can't escape it. I look around, so many wishes for my nation, cause things have changed dramatically, and it's sad to see. It's easy for a positive person to lose their sanity, but we can prosper, we just need to take a stand and recognize the power that is found in what we have.
Ain't gonna lie, I can see it in your eyes. The fire's been hidden too long. In need of a change, we wanna feel safe. I know that we can be strong. A lonely life with talent that's been washed away. Been feeling drained, the pain and hurt, they're restrained. We're promised change, just make a lane, we're all the same. So we must be brave. We'll fight for hope. We know it's hard to change. There's many ways to cope. In time the scars will fade, but the youth remain afloat. Life is not a game. We want to see our home. Guided by the hope we pray.
Look at the stars and pray that we'll make it through. So I dance and I sing for you. Look deep in my heart and I will stay true and go back to what we once knew.
Hunting as a kid is like running with the wind. Our struggle every day is like jumping off a bridge. Return to our traditions, we'll follow as we hear it. Our roots have been calling for the spirit.
We will fight for hope. We know it's hard to change. There's many ways to cope. In time the scars will fade, but the youth remain afloat. Life is not a game. We want to see our home. Guided by the hope we pray. We will fight for hope. We will fight for hope.
we will fight for hope.
Jeez. That was crazy. That was crazy. Am I back on? Can everyone hear me? That was insane. That last part always gets me real nice in the feels. And so we're super excited to have some of the youth that participated in the creation of that program. I'm gonna be bringing them on right about now here. Let's see here. Just gonna try and add them here to the stream. So we have Madison, Abby, and Hazley that are going to be coming on and joining the show right now here. So I'd like to welcome all of them. Let's see.
Hello.
I'm unmuting everything. Okay, perfect. Oh, this is great. It's so nice to see you. It's getting really lonely up in virtual show. So I'm really excited to have all three of you here with me today. Maybe let's go around. We'll start with we'll go M-A-H here. So let's go with M and then A and then H, and just maybe introduce yourself.
Ma.
My name is Madison.
Ma.
Maddie, I'm one of the young women who helped create that song, wrote lyrics, was in the video. So yeah.
My name's Abby Alexis. I'm from the Alexis Nakota Sioux Nation. Born and raised in Alberta. I'm currently living in Surrey, British Columbia, and I'm gonna go visit my hometown soon, hopefully, when this COVID is all over. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name's Hazel Waskiewicz. I also go by Hazley. I'm from the Alexis Nakota Sioux Nation and also from Onion Lake Cree Nation, but I'm currently in Onaway living with my mom and all that. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. I'm actually really nervous.
That's it. Well, that's it. I know we're all kind of nervous right now, so we're all in the same boat. But we're gonna get through this together, so no worries about that.
No worries.
No worries though. We're just online, just having a little chit chat. You know what I mean? And so I wanted to kind of bring it into Fight for Hope. I know that that this was created some time ago. It was created last summer, but kind of getting back into that headspace of this song, because I mean this song really did come from your thoughts and sort of your the current situation of Alexis Nakota Sioux Nation. I don't know who wants to kind of chime in to kind of start things off about what is the overall message of Fight for Hope that you felt like you were trying to get across with this song?
Who's gonna go first?
Abby, you can go first if you feel like you're up for it.
Okay. So the message we were trying to get across is that every person on the reserve that has grew up there has struggled or had to face intergenerational trauma. And so it's kind of hard because it's something that it's hard to change, but it's hard to explain as well. The youth see this problem, and we're trying to move past all of the negativity that's normalized. And anyone else want to add?
Yeah, well, even Abby, what you're saying kind of is encompassed in your first two lines of your verse, where you're breaking the cycle of these bad situations. I have a fragile mind, but deep inside I'm changing. You know what I mean? So I feel like that was a huge thing, because I think I remember in the conversation a bit too, like you're saying, I'm such a positive person, but it's easy to get bogged down sometimes. But like, I have all of these these dreams and these things that like I can see the change that's happening in my people, but it's hard,
Yes.
you know?
Yep. We live in a really beautiful place and we make the best of it. But you know, it gets hard. It really does.
Yeah, definitely. Madison, you want to chime in a little?
Yeah. Okay. The message I was trying to get across is that even though we're living in such a hard time with everybody, like everybody we know, one person or another, they've gone through substance abuse or watched somebody close to them go through that. So, like Abby said, youth have a hard time when that's all they see and it's normalized, but we're trying to overcome that and make it so it's not so normal for the youth. Like for me personally, I don't want my son to like grow up around that thinking that it's normal, because in reality it's not. But a lot of it has to do with intergenerational trauma from like hundreds of years ago, and we're still learning to deal with that. But as a people, we're becoming more vocal, and as a youth, we are coming together as one. And it all, where I believe it started was when we collaborated to make the song, not even when we were recording or anything, just our conversation beforehand when we started writing our lyrics and like trying to come up with a theme on what we were going to talk about in our song.
Mm-hmm.
So us as a people, we're strong-minded and strong-willed. We've just been brought down a lot by things that have been introduced to us from all stages of our lives.
Yeah.
But slowly I see that our community is overcoming that, and yeah, I do believe we're making progress.
No, definitely. You know, and I think like a huge aspect also in the video too of like what's one of the ways that like you're like the young people are making progress, and it's really like is embracing like your cultures and your tradition, like through prayer, ceremony. And I mean, Hazel, like for instance, Hazley and Hazel, you were in the video, you're actually playing out this role of like being like, you know, a young person that is you know, it goes through your whole kind of story, but then your connection to like, you know, singing round dance, and there's some smudging that happens in the video as well. Maybe you can talk to us a little bit about like, you know, representing that in the video and how important that, and how does that personally connect to who you are as a person. Hazel, is she frozen right now?
Yeah, I think her Wi-Fi is bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought she was just really good at keeping a very still face, but I was like, yo, dang, yo, Hazel, how's Hazel doing that right now? Yo, man, that question too. I want the answer to that question. I don't know, but I mean, yeah, maybe Hazel's. Let me just see right now.
She just has to get that fixed.
Yeah, I'm just gonna remove her from the thing until that unless people want to look at her frozen face here, but I think that she's having some trouble right now getting back on. But that's okay. Maybe one of you two want to like talk about that, because we all made that. Oh, there's Hazel. Hazel, are you back right now? No. Okay.
She's trying.
Okay, that's chill. Maybe one of you two could actually answer that question for now.
So can you repeat the question?
I don't know. I was just so into it, but like, oh yeah, okay, I remember. So I'm just asking based off the conversation, but yeah, we can hear you now. Did you hear what the question was, Hazel? I can't really we can't really make out what you're saying there.
Okay, well, like, let me go off and back on if it's still working then.
Okay. Yeah, so no, the question essentially was more with regards to like one of the ways that like the young people are essentially like fighting for hope or keeping the fire alive and like through the struggles and through the intergenerational trauma is by like coming back to the traditional ways, you know. And I know that was a very real thing, like being there like that whole week when we spent together out in Alexis, like so many things were happening, like in really powerful things. And even in like the lyrics, like actually in Shiloh's lyrics at the end, the two young kids at the end kind of like sing together and they say, return to our traditions, we'll follow as we hear it, our roots have been calling for the spirit. I don't know, maybe talk about like, you know, how your roots and your traditions are important to you, you know, how does that keep you going?
Yeah, our traditions are what make us who we are, and for as long as I've been living, or I mean, as long as I can remember, I've been going to ceremonies my whole life, and they're very spiritual. They make you feel connected with with yourself and with your ancestors. And anyone else want to add to that?
Well, with me, I didn't really grow up around all of that. Like the whole spiritual and cultural part of my life didn't get introduced until a couple years ago. But since it's been introduced to me, I felt more grounded with who I am and more content with myself, knowing that I'm making an effort to connect back to the way we once lived and with like this my spiritual side. And the way I see it is
Like,
keeping those traditions alive keeps you content with yourself and like really defines who you are as a person, as an Aboriginal person. And that's something I missed growing up. But now that I have that and I'm going back to it, like yesterday I went to a Sundance singing. Was that yesterday? No,
Yeah.
the day before yesterday I went to a Sundance singing and it was really good. It's something that I needed, even though I didn't go in. Just being there made me feel content with like the hardship that I'm going through. That like, you know, everybody has their own thing they're going through, and right now it's making things easier for me. So, yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Hazel, do you want to chime in?
well, growing up in the reserve was actually really hard. Like, it was difficult. I grew up there like on and off, like traveling back and forth from Onion Lake to Alex, and like I don't know, it put me through a lot. It was like having a good place, and coming over to like my mom. Yeah, it was hard because like I experienced a lot, and like we all did, and you know we still are, but we can continue to be positive and wait and help one another out.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I don't know.
Yeah, Abby, you want to?
It's difficult. It's difficult because like a lot of people are like doing things they shouldn't do, and it's hard to like be around them because they're like a whole different person now because of you know what's going on and all that. And it's sad to see like everybody go through that. But
Yeah, for sure.
we can continue to you know help them.
I wanted to add to our traditions and stuff when we go to ceremonies. It's like you're connecting with the creator and you're connecting with Mother Earth, and you're growing spiritually and you're healing. It brings you down a spiritual path. And to me, spirituality is very important. It just makes me feel connected with my myself and my family and my community. And yeah, I've actually learned a lot in ceremonies and stuff. And I'll probably forever continue with these traditions, even if I don't live in the reserve one day. I want my children one day to know what that's like.
Mm-hmm. And even like what you're saying too, it's like you're carrying that with you. You know what I mean? The things that you find that are like the sacred things that you find that are important to you, you're carrying those things with you. And it's like I even like want to tie it into like that last line of your verse, Abby, where he's like, "But we can prosper. We just need to take a stand and recognize the power that is found in what we have."
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just like that spirituality that you're kind of like talking about. It exists within like indigenous people. You know, it's always been there, and it's like, you know, through music and through these types of projects, we can actually have those conversations about how we're doing those things. And I hear even what you're saying is that you're trying to carry that with you like today. So no matter where you go, you don't have to be living on the res in order to be that, you know, to be that kind of like to be centered in it. So that's super powerful. Thank you for sharing that. And I mean, we're gonna kind of keep things moving just a little bit, but like looking at where you girls are all at today, like this happened last year, lots have happened since then. So maybe, and I know that right now we got the whole COVID thing like happening and whatnot. So it's been it's kind of like interesting to see that. But maybe some of you, if one of you or a few of you want to share about where you're at today, what your plans are, and yeah, that would be pretty cool. I think we may have lost Maddie. Maddie, are you there too? I don't know. Maybe Hazel, we can talk to you a little bit about like things that you've been focusing on today.
What's that?
Maybe talking a little bit about like what have you been focusing on, like, you know, today, like talking about the present and really talking about like what have you been focusing on?
Well, I'm just focusing on myself and, you know, my music and all this. I wanna get better, cause like right now I'm not like really in a good position, so I'm just working on myself and trying to heal. I don't know. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, definitely. Well, like even like because I know like Abby's originally from like Alexis, Nakota, now is in Surrey, and yourself, Hazel, you're from Onion Lake Cree Nation in Saskatchewan, also Alexis, Nakota's Nation, and moving around a lot. So it's like, do you find that like by moving around a lot, sometimes it gets challenging for like young Indigenous people?
Oh, sorry, you're glitching out. Like, I think it's me. But like you're glitching out. Like, I'm like barely hear what you're saying.
Okay, I see. Because I think it's because you're walking all around. Maybe try to stay in one spot so that Wi-Fi can catch your phone. It'll probably be the best thing. I think we may have lost Maddie too here. I'm not sure where she went or where she is, but move her there for now. Oh, there's Maddie. Okay.
No, I had to put my baby to sleep.
This is funny. This is a great live, man. I love it. I love the rawness of this. We try to be like pro, but it's like let's just be real humans here, man.
Let's just be real.
This is basically what people are doing. People are doing on the regular. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to know where you're all at today with your lives, because I haven't really spoken too much over the past year. Hazel, I've spoken to you a little bit more because we're working closely together. But maybe Maddie, you can share a little bit about where you're at today and what are you focusing on?
Okay, well, over the past couple months, I've been trying to finish school, and then when the whole COVID-19 hit, that's caused schools to close down and whatnot, and move to more of an online platform, which is it's okay because it allows me to work at my own pace and still be able to graduate. But also with that, I have other challenges. I'm a new mom. I have a 2-month-old son who takes up a lot of my time, and I don't mind it. So that's basically what I've been doing, is just trying to finish school and start to build a life for me and my baby.
That's it. And fun fact too for all the viewers out there, like when Madison was in the session for the Fight for Hope when we were recording, Madison was always like, she was like very pukey or whatever, not feeling too good. And I kind of called her out and I said, Mom, spaghetti. I thought that she was like super nervous and stuff and she left the room. But then she came back, she's like, no, I got to do this. I got to do this. And she did it, just like killed it, you know? And then a week later, we actually found out that she was pregnant. So my bad on that, Madison. You know?
That was funny.
But it's great to see you as a mom, standing strong, being there for your child.
Very great mother.
Yeah, that's it. You know, I'm super excited to see Joey, how he's raised by you, and see how he becomes. You know. And Abby, what are you up to these days? We were talking a bit about, because I saw your necklace there, so it's kind of like, yo, like. What's going on with that? So maybe talk to the people a little bit about what you've been working on during COVID.
Okay, so I'll start off when I moved here. We did the song in July, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, September 13th, I moved to Surrey, British Columbia, and it's now been 7 months, I think. I'll start off with my school stuff. So I do online schooling at a place called Sail Academy, and I go to another school called INDIGENOUS. So I've been multitasking, doing online schooling and going to this school every Monday and Wednesday, and I'll be graduating in December.
Mm-hmm.
And then next year, I want to take a program. It's an EA program, and by June, I will be a certified EA and hopefully be working. The school that I'm going to, Sale, they actually want to take me as an EA because I have a lot of good benefits. I'm Aboriginal, and they feel that I can teach a lot of things to the people that go there.
Mm-hmm.
And cause in this area, like in this place, it's like rare to see Indigenous people, and I know a lot of people that want to learn like about like who we are, because they don't know anything. They just know the stereotypes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm aiming for. And my mom has been making a lot of, I think these are called cabochons. I don't know. Keychains. I'm just gonna call them keychains. She's been making a lot of artwork, beaded earrings. All her beadwork is actually right here, and she's teaching me how to make. These are pretty easy to make, but the earrings are a little different. You like, it's like a stitching pattern. But yeah, these are easy, and yeah, we sell them, make them for family. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, Abby, when we have our beating challenge come on, you're definitely gonna get to some work there and post some stuff.
Yeah.
With free prizes, but that's super awesome. I saw that. I was like, yo, it looks so. I love those colors. They always pop. And I think I have a keychain as well that's in those colors, and it's just like I love them. They're so awesome. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. So I see that you're like, carrying on a lot of that, like both of you, including Hazel, like just carrying a lot of like those teachings and like the messages that were passed down from your ancestors, essentially, you're like walking with that. And so like, I don't know if there's like a specific message or teaching that you carry with you that's like super important. That's how we're going to kind of end off this interview. But maybe you want to think of that for a second, because like for the viewers at home, the Windcarriers theme is essentially the guiding question for Windcarriers is what message of my ancestors do I carry with me? And so that's kind of like a posing question that I'll always be asking like our guests here. So maybe there's like a specific teaching or message or something that you carry with you. I mean, already you both have already shared quite a few, but maybe there's a specific one as we say goodbye that you want to share with the audience.
There's so many. Like beading is definitely one of them. I just need to get materials, and I would make ribbon skirts, things like that. But I just don't have those materials right now. And we also smudge a lot. We have some smudge. We actually drove about 3 hours from here to Lillooet. In Lillooet, there's a lot of I think it's a different kind of sage, but we went to go pick some, and we kept it for a while, and now we smudge with it. We have a little stand like right over here with all the smudge stuff, the smudge pans.
That's amazing. I've never been to Lillooet. We have quite a few people from Lillooet watching today, though, from territory. So shout out to all the people from Lillooet watching today. We're very BC oriented, our organization. So even me, like my smudge bowl, I got it from Ashcroft, like Secwepemc area, close to Lillooet. That's where I got my smudge bowl. It was gifted to me from the principal going at the school, you know. So I mean, I hear that, man. I miss BC so much. I'm a little low key jelly right now that you're out there, you know. But
just so beautiful.
That's it. And Maddie, is there maybe a message or a teaching that you carry with you that you want to pass on?
Well, mine kind of goes towards like I was saying, like intergenerational trauma. Our ancestors, like starting with like Crazy Horse and Red Cloud and Sitting Bull, what they did was like take a stand in what they believe is right and the way that we should be treated, and they didn't let anybody silence what they wanted to get across. And that's like still something we as a people hold now, like including like with the whole missing and murdered Indigenous women. We're not being silent about that. We're vocal about it. We talk about it. We try to get the message out there, and that's something I want to do as well. Like with the project that we did, it was to get my message out, like the message that our group had to. Oh, sorry. What was I saying? The message our group had to like about all the addictions and whatever. It's not that we're going to be silenced. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have a voice. We're going to come together to overcome any obstacle or situation that we come across, because that is just who we are as a people. We survived genocide. We've survived all kinds of every trauma possible, and we're still here today.
We're resilient.
And that was only possible by standing up for what we believe in. So that's something that our ancestors like have passed down to us through the generations, and that's something I'm going to continue. I'm not gonna let that die out, because that's who we are as a people. That's where our roots stem from.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful teaching. And me, I also do a lot of like, not a lot, but like I have been beading lately. Right now I'm helping my sister put a project together. She's making hair ties and choker, barrette, like just beadwork for regalia, and I'm making the earrings for that. I'm also in the middle of making a medallion for the Fight for Hope group. It's just a simple medallion that says Fight for Hope. It's
oh wow, I didn't even know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've made ribbon skirts for my sister's wedding. I started making an outfit for myself for this powwow season, but since COVID hit, a lot of powwows been canceled or postponed, so that's been put on hold for me.
Mm-hmm.
But
I hear
learning.
that, yeah. I mean, I hear that you're both like very also creative on top of like the fact that you hold so much knowledge within you that's been passed down, but also that creativity. Like there's so many kids at home that have all of these creative talents. And so that's why we're actually doing this social media campaign, is really to connect young people together, to see that there's like a lot of commonalities in the skill sets that you all have. And like also, you know, like let's start promoting this art, you know what I mean? Like through this campaign. And so I definitely appreciate both of you for coming on the show to like talk a little bit about who you are, your perspectives on things. We worked through those technical difficulties. Hazel unfortunately wasn't able to find a good enough Wi-Fi to come and join us again, but it was still nice to just chit chat. I know it's been a while since we connected. I was really hoping that we were going to be able to chat more at the festival. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but at least we're still able to celebrate you and your group this way by like kickstarting this whole Windcarriers like campaign. And I do appreciate both of you for your time, and we'll definitely keep in touch. All right.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yes,
it was great talking with you guys. Ish niche.
Ish niche. That's it. I'll be in touch with you both shortly. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye. So that was Abby and Madison, everyone. That was super excited, man. I was like rolling with the punches over here, but we're super excited that we were able to get on some of the youth from Alexis Nakota Sioux Nation, that they were the ones that were part of the project Fight for Hope. We're gonna drop that link later, so if you are interested in checking out that song, that is on our YouTube page. So if you want to check that out, like just go to our YouTube page as I'm showing you here. Just click Nuijinan over here, Nuijinan Fight for Hope, and it'll pop up, and you can check out that song and just enjoy it, add it to your collection. You know what I mean? And so we're running a little bit out of time here. I'm trying to keep it under a 1 hour show. I got 22 minutes left here. And so we're actually going to move it into the challenge. I know a lot of people at home have been like, when is the challenge going to come? I want to win some prizes. And don't worry, we got some prizes for you. I'm just going to get into it right now. So the prize pack to be won. What is the prize pack to be won for this for the first week? So we have essentially a $100 gift card that we're going to be giving away, which could also be two $50 gift cards. It's actually very customizable to whoever wins it. In terms of, it'll be a $100 gift card to either, Walmart, EB Games, something online, Amazon. A lot of people are ordering from different platforms, and so we want to be able to cater to that. So essentially this challenge will be for a $100 gift card and also a Nuijinan prize pack. So that'll include it'll include like Nuijinan. We have Nuijinan t-shirts here, all different colors. We got Nuijinan water bottles. We also have a toque, Nuijinan toque as well, and a few other items. Oh yeah, also all of the volumes on a CD. A lot of people are still trying to get those CDs as collector items. So that's essentially what's going to be our prize pack for this particular week. Every week it will change a little bit, but we're just getting things started. So we appreciate that. So we're going to move to the challenge of the week. And because we are just starting, this is a super easy challenge, I think. Let me see here. We have a couple of comments. Do we have any comments coming in? Yeah. Let me see here. What is the challenge of the week? What is it? No, I'm trying to get something up here. So essentially the challenge of the week is it's a promotional. This is actually a promo challenge. So we're not even going to go at an artistic challenge. We're still trying to get the word out to get more people to know about what's actually happening. And so right now, all we are asking for people to do is to grab our one of our promotional posters or banners anywhere on our social media accounts and post the Windcarriers Challenge poster either on your wall or your Instagram story or your Facebook story. But make sure that you are tagging us at Nuijinan Arts or at Nuijinan either on our Facebook or on our Instagram with the hashtag Windcarriers Challenge. So this is the challenge. It's a promo challenge. It's pretty simple. We're not going too crazy this week yet with all of the artistic challenges. We are going to be starting that as of next week. But the challenge for this week is literally just promote our poster, get the word out, so that like a lot more people actually get access to this, because we're super excited. We have a lot of different things that we want to showcase, and so make sure that you definitely get on that. For the people that are still, remember that we also have our how to enter guide that is going to be posted later on. So if you had more questions about everything, just make sure that you check our fact sheet out. We have all the info there. And so I think that'll be it for the first show. We have a bunch of different questions coming in. We are going to get to all of the comments and reach out to you if you do have any more questions. But we are super excited about doing this this social media campaign. I think it's gonna be super awesome. And so just please reach out to us. But yeah, like I said, the challenge of the week is to just post our banners, post our posters on any of the different social medias. You can do it on your Instagram page. Or you can do it on your story. But make sure that you do tag. Just tag us. Make sure you tag one of our pages, okay? So that we could actually follow up with you and know and enter into the draw. And then the winner of the draw will be announced at the beginning of next show. So you'll have to come on next show to know if you have won. We're gonna be doing, I don't know if we're gonna do it live, maybe not, I'm not sure. But yeah. So thank you everybody for tuning in to the first Windcarriers. Thank you again to the youth of Alexis Nakota Sioux Nation for coming on. Ishnish, thank you everyone. Hope you are all doing well. Keep practicing your social distancing, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.